It's gonna be good. So hi guys, as you can see there, almost getting hit by a small wave. Charlotte and myself went out for a coffee and a little catch up, and then we had a little walk along the beach, and obviously I had the Sony Rx10 Mark IV with me because it's easy to carry around and obviously so usable. So it's a windy day, the waves were crashing in, as you can see, quite nicely. There's a little shelf there. As the tide goes out, they start getting big and crashy, so it was kind of good timing really. So we had a little wander along the beach before we got too cold, before Charlotte got a little bit cold, and just snapped away a bit. She managed to almost get hit by a wave as well, which was quite funny, but I unfortunately turned the camera off. As I ran, I automatically pushed stop, and didn't get hurt, almost getting hit by the wave as well, so it's quite funny. Anyway, these shots are shooting with the HFR mode on the Rx10 Mark IV. You've got it on the Rx10iv as well. Love it. I love the slow motion that we can capture with these things. Yeah, it's not full HD in some of the modes, but you can upscale it and it doesn't look too bad. You know, sometimes you get problems with where obviously the detail isn't there, or the light and everything, like for example now out in the sea it's not all that great, but capturing things like the waves just slowly crashing in, these happen so fast that you can't really see the detail. It just really allows you to see things that you can't see with the naked eye as such. It just adds a different dimension to the world that we live in. That's why I love it. So utilising the 24 to 600mm, I didn't have to be anywhere near these, as you can see here. And it's awesome. Down to see the bottom there of the wave, there's another wave inside the wave, which is kind of cool. That's why I used that clip. But you know, just even random meeting of one of my friends, Gerard and his dog. So we got a few shots of the dog. With the updated, away from the HFR for a second, for the updated firmware, the eye autofocus now obviously does animals. And it even locked onto his eyes through, even though it's got loads of hair over his eyes, it still locked straight onto the eye even when he was running, and everything like that. So it's the first time I've used animal IAF on this camera so far. It worked flawlessly, especially when even though the dog is almost the same colour as the stones, and the camera still worked it out. I mean, it's amazing, really, really pleased on how that works. So that's a good little test. So yeah, he's a puppy as well, so he was running around, which was quite good. And then decided not to behave at all and decided just to stand around and not really be interested. So I only got a few shots of him doing things, so that worked quite well. Just a quick little test there for the animal eye autofocus. But yeah, back to the HFR mode. It's just brilliant. I've loved using it over the years of owning the camera, but also the 24 frames per second, you know, as stills mode. You can capture literally the perfect part of the wave, like this one for example is one of 200 shots, and then obviously zoom in at 600mm to capture things like this, which work really well. But because you can go up to 1/32,000th of a second, you can literally stop anything. So I think that shot previously was 1/12,000th of a second. I'm shooting at ISO 400, so probably not the cleanest shots, but then the air was pretty dirty as well. There's lots of spray in the air, which gives you actually, it looks like noise, but it's not, it's just crap in the air. So but I think shots like this, it looks like I'm absolutely going to get soaked, but I'm 50 feet away. So I'm absolutely fine. But it gives you that sort of feeling. So this was quite good. These little birds here, I need to look up exactly what they are, but they're obviously just seabirds, and basically they are always down the beach eating shellfish and things like that, and they just don't stop. As you can see here, he just moves really quick, but really fun trying to get one of those shots, because they come near you when you stand still, but then as soon as you move, that's it, they're gone. The sovereign light that's still there at the moment, they apparently are still going to take that down, but not heard anything else since. There was a fishing boat cruising past, and that's Eastbourne in the distance. Sorry, I think it's around about 10 miles away. Another dog there, locked on eye autofocus, no trouble whatsoever. All these shots, by the way, are straight out of the camera. I've not edited them, not colour corrected, not done anything, no sharpening, no nothing. I try and do that for the YouTube videos, because it just gives you a realistic view of what the camera can do in the real world. Same again, this dog here, absolutely easy. I mean, straight on the eye, no problem at all. You know, so portraiture, I do a little bit of obviously editing and things like that, but stuff like this I've not touched. this is a few shots. My shutter speed was a little bit too slow actually, and I just managed to lock onto one. This is quite cool, with the dog blinking individual eyes. Never noticed that before. So in slow motion you can see stuff like that. You never noticed, things before. This is where you can see where the quality issues are. A long way out to sea, that fishing boat going back. You can see almost pixelation in the waves there because there just isn't enough detail, which is a shame. But that's hopefully something they can improve on the next version of the camera when it comes. Hopefully we'll get full HD at least at sort of 500 frames per second, which that was shot at. 250 frames a second, you do get full HD. And 1000 you don't, it's upscaled as well, like the 500. These shots here, but as you can see in the distance, the horizon's choppy as anything. So, and this is the last clip. As you can see, just really slow, smooth, and it just shows you how the waves come in. So random, but just a nice little walk, really, guys. Any questions about the RX10? Please feel free to ask. I'm happy to help, especially if you're learning how to use the HFR mode and stuff like that. So, feel free to send us a message or comment below, whatever. And then don't forget to subscribe. Please click the notification bell, and I shall see you soon.